What up? What up? Testing 1, 2. Testing, testing. There we go. God damn, 31 people. My fucking phone's lagging it. Yo, what up? Yuma, Dixon. My fucking phone's lagging. I was gonna put it on the gram, but oh well. Don't matter. Don't trip. What's up? Lima Charlie, loud and clear. Perfect. So check this out. Breaking news, everybody. So, you guys like a good, what do you call it? Not a success story, but a happy ending? You guys like happy endings? I like happy endings. I almost spit out my water. Not that type of happy ending you get at the massage places, right? Unbeknownst. Those are the worst, right? When you just go really because your shoulder's all fucked up and then they try to do a little extra. You're like, hey, what the fuck? Right? Here we go. Check this out. What's the breaking news? I'm glad you asked. We got 34 motherfuckers in here. Did you know her? Esquiel. Excuse my language. Warriors. So check this out. Look at the date. June 29th, 2023, right? Director Connie Gibson retires after 35 years. 35 years, mind you. So, holy shit, what up, Righteous Monkey? Gracias. With that being said, I came on scene 6 months ago, right? I turned on the light, boom, cockroaches scattered, right? I said, look at what's really happening in the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. Look what's really happening, man. You guys have been bamboozled, right? You guys have been tricked. Since then, you have had Kimberly Seibel retire. Thank God. You're about to have Connie Gibson retiring after 35 years. What does this tell you, fellas and ladies? What does this tell you? Nobody likes her dirt out there on the tier, right? For so long, she got a badass retirement coming to her, for reals. Don't let the door hit her on the way out. Exactly, Marius. So, there's numerous episodes where I say, Connie, this is the lady Connie, right? Marcus Pollard. Marcus Pollard was the warden at Donovan, who I was the public information for, the right-hand man. I saw this bullshit go on with my eyes, right? When everybody was getting written up for COVID for not wearing their masks, the officers, they were smashing these poor cops, right? And then this lady shows up to Echo staff entrance without a mask. And of course, that correctional officer is going to check her because I know her. She was from Centinela. She's cool people. And she's like, where's your mask at, ma'am? And then they all laughed. Oh, ho, ho, I didn't know I needed one. And then Marcus laughed. Point I'm trying to make is the unethicalness has gone too far, right? It's like the story of David and Goliath. I had no idea what the fuck was going to happen when I left the department and aired out their dirty laundry. But as you can see, they're falling off, right? I already said Kimberly Seibel and Connie Gibson. Now there's a couple more left, right? Up at the top. Unethicalness. There's a couple more, right? And I can go ahead and oust them right now. Oust them right now. Oh, Mark is done being retired. Boteo is next. Damn, how you be knowing Boteo? I'll tell you guys a funny story about Boteo real quick. When I was a brand new officer, Boteo was a sergeant. He's a short guy. He's like 5'2". With high heels, he's 5'4", right? The guy didn't like me right off the bat, right? Probably didn't like my caritas. Probably didn't like, I don't know what the fuck. The guy didn't like me. And I didn't even know that he didn't like me. I had to get the sense of it, right? After seeing a lot of fucked up things, like, hey, wait a minute, man. So he's a short guy, 5'2", with heels, he's 5'4". Well, when you cell feed in ADSEG, you got to feed the inmates in the cell. You got the steam line right there, and you're stacking trays, right? This little short guy was right next to me. Well, your boy's fucking 5'11", right? I was stacking the trays on purpose on his side, way above his head. Oh, man. I need my sound effects. All my fucking sound effects. We're going to do without sound effects on this one. But, yeah, so it was funny, man. I don't think he realized he knew what I was doing, but this motherfucker was on his tippy toes trying to get the fucking trays and put them in the cart, right? I was purposely doing that shit to let him know what's up, right? But, man, there's 55 people here watching. Look, I discovered a tactic, a good tactic, an effective tactic, right? I know wherever you guys work, there is some fucking buffoonery. I absolutely know it. You know what these narcissistic, egotistical people hate? They hate being exposed. They absolutely hate being exposed. They don't know how to function. They just retire like that, right? They don't know. They've never been exposed like that. Well, this is 2023. There's YouTube. There's social media. LA County probation is going through some bullshit right now, right? This is an easy answer, easy fix. Expose those dudes at the top and watch. This took 6 months. 6 fucking months. Now you can't say, Hector, did she really retire because of you? I don't know. Just kind of coincidental that these people up at the top are just retiring and just jumping off, right? It's like the Titanic movie. But buffoonery is a massive understatement at my old job. Who is Connie Gibson? I'm glad you asked. He didn't like your get down. Yeah, Enrico, my get down is just this. My live is not showing on my videos, so I'm just having to look at the comments over here to the left. But what up, Francisco? We got 62 people. So who is Connie Gibson? Right? Who is she? Well, I don't have to speak on her. There's a little autobiography that she spoke on. They did a little interview. After 35 years helping CDCR fulfill its mission, Connie Gibson is looking forward to the next chapter, retirement. Okay. The director of the Division Adult Institutions, DAI, moved up through the department after starting on the medical side. All right, so that was a red flag. I didn't even know that she started on the medical side. Like, again, I don't even know these people's backgrounds, nor do I care. I just care about their current actions. Right? She started as an MTA. She was never a correctional officer. She never worked in the building. And again, I'm not even knocking those type of people. If you weren't a CO, you weren't a fucking CO. All right? If you weren't a sergeant, you weren't a sergeant. You weren't a lieutenant, that's fine. But when somebody fucking tells you, hey, knock it off, or hey, that's a bad idea, or hey, don't promote that fucking idiot, that's when you need to start listening, right? Okay. So, check this out. I didn't even know this. For the first 18 years of her 35-year career, I'm not even talking shit. I'm just speaking facts, right? For the first 18 years, and this is going to be an unbiased update, right? So, you know, I'm not a dick. I'm not a fucking dick at all, right? I don't want to be a dick. I don't like being a dick, right? I just don't like buffoonery. For the first 18 years of my career, we're done in healthcare. Okay, fine. You did 18 years in healthcare. Not knocking it. That just simply is what it is. In 2005 and 2006, I had the opportunity for training and development assignment, a T&D position of no things, man. A T&D is kind of like when you get like a pass, when you kind of get hooked up in a way to a correctional business manager too. Now listen to those verbiage. Correctional business manager. You ever see a title manager? You can be a teacher manager, a plumber manager, an office technician manager, a correctional business manager. Now, guess what? You have earned the opportunity. Now you're getting some knowledge. You've earned the opportunity to cross over into the peace officer or the law status, right? So yeah, 18 years in healthcare. I'm now a business. I deem you correctional business manager. Boom. Now you have the powers to be a correctional peace officer. So she got hired in 2006 as a captain at Wasco State Prison. Again, not talking shit. I'm not even going to talk shit on this fucking episode. So for the first 18 years, she was in healthcare. Okay? 2006, that's when I joined the department. It probably makes sense why since I was in, it only got gradually worse. Again, just an observation from my point of view. Boots on the ground in the fucking trenches, right? Boots on the ground. And there's nothing more important than a boots on the ground fucking perspective. Let me tell you that. Being a combat veteran. Kind of want to know what the fuck is going on the line. Might be important. So 2006, she becomes a captain. 2006, I become a correctional officer. Here we go. How difficult did you find from the medical to security side? Very difficult. Yeah, it's not an easy job. None of this is easy. Being a correctional officer is not easy. Being a sergeant is not easy. Being a lieutenant, being a captain, being an associate warden, being a chief, being a warden, being an associate director, a director, the secretary. None of this is easy. It is fucking challenging and tough, okay? We know that. We accept that. We're cool with that. We're cool with people making mistakes, right? But you've taken that away from the officers. You've taken them the ability for them to make a mistake and learn from it. You chop off their fucking heads and you shit can them, and now there's no hope, right? Then you're wondering why there's such a recruitment crisis. Hello, retain and train the one you guys got. Hello, it's kind of common sense, really. So, again, it's challenging. All these managers or whatever that I speak upon, they are definitely in a hard position. Of course, man, you're getting shit from the top, you're getting shit from the bottom. It's a shit sandwich. You're getting shit from the family members, from the inmates. All right, we're not saying that is not okay. We're saying how you handle the unethicalness is the problem, right? When somebody fucking speaks to you, listen. Take their input into consideration, right? We have a chance here of draining the swamp, as my uncle likes to say. I don't bring politics into this. I don't trip. So, new booty cop here at SAC. Shout out to the camaraderie that keeps us going through the worst working conditions. Facts. He said, aspirin, when you transfer, where are you transferring to next? I thought you asked, when are you transferring? Hell yeah, Furious. So, back to this little spill. They thought I just dropped in as a What the hell? They wanted to know if I had connections and couldn't believe I had been a peace officer since I came in. They thought I had just dropped in. She's probably talking about being a MTA. I didn't dive too much into this. It's not even necessary, right? Like I said, the past is the past. I also had to understand people who held lower rank than I did as a captain could teach me my job. Yeah, that's fine if you seek the knowledge from the right individuals. If you got fucking Marcus Pollard showing you how to do your job, that's all bad. That is all fucking bad. Let me tell you, that is bad. You need somebody good. I'm not going to name off the good managers because you're going to come after them. That is unethical. So in 2011, she became an acting warden. Let's just look at the simple math. 2006, she becomes a captain. In fucking 2011, she becomes a warden. 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11. In 5 years, you guys are tracking. You guys are watching this live as it's unfolding. I didn't rehearse this shit. In 5 years, and this is just me reading the fucking piece of paper, black and white. Okay, for 18 years, she was medical. Cool. Then she becomes a captain, and within 5 years, she goes from captain to warden? No way, man. In 5 years, I went from officer to officer at Centinela State Prison. I went from third watch to third watch. I did go from having the days off of Tuesday, Wednesday to Wednesday, Thursday. So here we go. We got a lady here that climbed up 1 rank, 2 ranks, 3 ranks, 4 ranks in 5 years. 4 fucking ranks. How's that even possible? I don't know. 4 ranks in 5 years. And in the 5 years, your boy just went from Tuesday, Wednesdays to Wednesday, Thursdays, Charlie Yard. Fuck it. Not even tripping. That's cool, whatever. That's politics. I don't even know what you call that. Buffoonery? Here we go. All right. Oh, man. I'm seeing those comments. Keep them going. Free staff can make it up the ranks faster than peace officers. Yeah, do you guys think that's okay? I don't fucking think that's okay. Look at this disaster. You know what? There's going to be a goal. There's going to be a goal to this video. The goal is to not repeat the problem in CDCR that happened for the last 16 years that I was in. That is the goal, right? To prevent that from ever happening again. So when you're a fucking warden and your partner does something funny or suspicious, you report them. Just like you teach us at the bottom level. Lieutenants, sergeants, and officers. You want us to report and rat on our friends? You guys start ratting on your fucking friends. See how you like it, right? I don't have the applause sound. I'm just doing it over here, old school. That's me tapping my back for those of you guys just listening. So how can we not repeat the same mistakes? 1, holding ourselves and our partners accountable at all levels of the department, down from the officer all the way up to the secretary. Facts. I know the cops are like, well, that's cool. We've already been doing this fucking shit, right? They were the ones getting away with it. I know. So, look, I'm routing up the crowd. Woo! Charge! Did you guys watch my video earlier? District 35. Okay, look, she speaks about overcrowding. Okay, additionally, over those 35 years, we experienced a period of severe overcrowding. I remember at Wasco, you had individuals living in the gyms and on the day room floors. Those areas were triple bunked and barely enough room for custody staff to walk down and provide observation or supervision. Facts. The lady's right. She's right. I give it to her. I tell you guys, when I came in, I was in Charlie Gym. Fucking gym full of Southsiders, right? They kept rioting with every other race that was in there. It was dangerous. It was fucking packed. Day rooms, bunk beds, dangerous, packed, riots. Yes, I was there. So, I understand what they encountered a problem. The problem is, hey, we're overcrowded. We need to release these inmates. Yes, but release them in a strategic manner. You really think the Riverside sheriff and the LA County sheriff are happy that these AB 109 inmates went out and killed their officers? I don't think they're happy. They were highly upset. As a matter of fact, right now they are demanding transparency to show them exactly how you guys are fucking letting inmates out of the prison, right? This is something that I witnessed with my own eyes. I'm going to tell you guys a story. Right before I left the department, I was on Alpha Yard, lieutenant, sitting down. Some parole agent lady came and had her little laptop, and she brought an inmate in. The inmate was a paisa, right? Southern Mexico type of inmate. And I'm just watching, right? Your boy's just sitting back watching. And she tells him, do you know that you cannot have contact with your victim? And he's like, sí. She's like, do you know your victim's last name? He's like, no. So then my ears perk up, right? I'm like looking, and I'm like, Oh, man. As soon as that dude walks out, I run his CDCR number on the SOMS, the computer. I look. L&L, looting the CVX was under a minor under 14. Dude's a child molester. I read the file and I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, right? Going free. Why are they letting those guys out? Why are they letting them out? Now you want to talk about politics. Is that politics or is that just care? I have a daughter. I absolutely have a daughter. Yeah. Do individuals deserve to get out? Let's just be fair, Hector. Let's be honest. Yeah, you've seen it, Hector. You've seen the change. You've seen the change in the inmate demeanors, in the ones that you were around, the ones that did make the change. The other ones are still running and gunning, hitting it hard, right? That's on them. But to be letting child molesters out like that, oh, you got to be fucking kidding me, right? She was terrible as a medical professional. Thank you, Linda. It's good to see you on here, and I'm glad you tapped in. So, you guys are off the charts. You guys are off the charts in the comments. I can't even look over there. You're going to distract me. So, let me look at this picture. See if I recognize anybody. You ever pay attention to the pictures? You can see things start to what I meant to say is, if you look at the pictures, whoever they grew up with in the department, that's who they promote with, right? They're called homie hookups. Let's not pretend there's no homie hookups, right? Let's not pretend. There's homie hookups at the bottom of the level. Officer, sergeant, lieutenant. Let's just keep it real. Okay, here we go. Why is the California model so important for the department? So, I don't know if you guys know this, but again, right before I left, man, I just saw a nightmare coming. There was talk about replicating the Norway project. Well, Hector, what the hell is the Norway project? The Norway project is however the fuck they do their prison in Norway, they're trying to implement this shit here in California. Now, I'm not knocking Norway. I'm not. I love Norway. Never been there. Sounds like such a peaceful place, right? California propensity for violence is off the hook. Doing this YouTube stuff, I have more and more conversations about how violent California is, right? I think we set the standard, right? And if we're not talking about, and that's nothing to brag about, we're not talking about Chicago where it's like bam, bam, bam every weekend. I'm talking about like legitimate, orchestrated, organized violence, right? I was about to say criminal violence, but yeah, it all goes hand in hand, right? Fighting over neighborhoods, fighting over territories, fighting over colors is fucking wild, right? There is no way in hell, right? Ray Charles can tell you that it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen here. The Norway project is not gonna happen here in California. It's just not gonna work. How do you think those inmates feel about it, right? Ask them. Hey, man, we're just gonna go ahead and like put these Fresno Bulldogs in Ironwood State Prison. Go ahead and shake their hand and call them a hey, mate. Oh, that's Australia. That's not fucking Norway. But it's not gonna happen. We saw what happened. Hey, 4 asadas to go. What up? See, there you go. California is not Norway. I seen a documentary of the prison, but I was in shock. It's practically free housing. Where can I find that furious process? I gotta look that shit up. If there was a Maravilla Norway 13, there wouldn't be a Norway project. A la verga. A la verga. How is it that everybody in the comment sections understands this? Okay, right. You know what? If there's one correctional officer still working, drive your ass up to your headquarters tomorrow and say, hey, this Norway project ain't gonna work, right? let's see if they tell you to fuck off, get off their property, right? I'm a peace officer. I could be here, right? Let's see if they open their ears and listen. Let's see what they say. They're probably going to say, get the hell out of here, kid. This is above your pay grade. Man, I get parched when I do these. I don't know if it's because I sweat. Not you sound like a race. Oh, man. Wow. Whoa, man. Furious process. Those are facts. Whoa. Whoa, here we go. Here we go. Looking through. Oh, here we go. Looking through an equity lens. Equity lens, your boy, high school diploma, Brawley, California, 92227, Brawley Union High School, class of 2002. Equity lens, I think it says. With all the work being done by CDCR and CCHCS, that's healthcare. Okay, I'm not even tripping on that. You want to mix healthcare and CDCR? You have to understand, the cops are so tired of getting beat up left and right. They don't give two fucks anymore about that kind of stuff. They care about getting railroaded and fucked over. That's what they care about, right? You want to call the inmates residents? Let's call them residents. You want to bring a giraffe? Let's bring a giraffe. Just don't fuck me in the ass while you're doing it, right? Just bring them, pet them, they go home, everybody's cool. Everybody goes home at the day. Good job, Bill. Good job, Susie. Thank you. Peace officer of the day. Save the day. Period. Nobody wants to go to work scared that they're going to get fired. Nobody. We are looking at how to increase our diversity. We want to be an employer of choice and understand we value diversity and different experiences people bring to the table. That's what makes this organization great. Okay, cool. I hear so many people over the course of my career who say I inspire them because they never thought they would see a black person or a woman get there. Our staff needs to see that because then they think the possibility I can do that as well. No, absolutely not. 100% where it says there's a possibility I can do that as well. No. Okay. If you're going to promote somebody, let's just talk numbers again. 2006 to 2011. This lady went from captain, associate warden, chief deputy warden to warden in a fucking 5-year span. I'm a Mexican, right? Mexican. I never once said, Hector the Mexican. Hector the Mexican should get promoted. Hector is a Mexican. Therefore, listen to me, my people, my raza. Never did my race, my ethnicity, the color of my skin, not fucking once. Why? Because I learned that in the army. In the army, everybody wore green. All we saw were green. Our brothers was green. Period. With that, I'm going to say 2 things that you guys don't know, that I know regarding that. Ain't nobody, okay, I'm not going to say ain't nobody, that's throwing a blanket statement. The majority don't give a fuck what race somebody is in any rank structure. As long as you're competent and or willing to listen, right? And lead from the front, not from the back, not from the desk, right? Charge. We're not looking at that, right? We're not. Absolutely not. Maybe it's because of my upbringing. Maybe I didn't have clearly, right? They're different. I'm talking about in a profession, right? Let's keep it professional, right? Let's keep it professional. So, 2 things. When Pollard offered me the public information officer spot, it's going longer than I thought. Oh, so what I was going to say was, I got ahead of myself. So in 5 years, if she can make it from, there's a possibility I can do that as well. From 5 years, she can make it from captain to warden. Why couldn't Hector Bravo, the Mexican, make it, the Mexican boy, the little Latino boy, make it from correctional officer to warden in those same 5 years? Why? I don't get it. I'm not saying the department would have been better off. I might have shit the fucking bed, right? But I know when I suck at something, man, I didn't play high school fucking football because the coach said, "Hey man, some of you guys just don't got this." And that's fine, right? And I remember thinking like, "Holy fuck, he's talking about me." And I left, right? I titled this Hector versus Goliath. No mames. So anyways, two things you didn't know. When Marcus Pollard offered me the public information officer, he shook my hand and he said, "Are you black?" I said, "What?" He caught me off guard, right? I looked at my hand, right? I looked at the skin color of my hand. I said, "No." And he said, "Oh, because you know what they be saying out there that I only hire black people." And in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Who fucking says that? Right? I'm a lieutenant. This is a warden. I only want to be professional around this motherfucker. It is so hard to ask for. It is so hard to ask for. It's a little bit of profession, a little bit of class. Hello? Number two, I never said this. I never felt the need to say this. But I feel the need to say this now. It caught me off guard then. Things weren't always that bad between me and Marcus, right? In the beginning, just like any loving relationship, right? They're going to wine, dine, 69 you, take you to go to the movies, buy you some popcorn, right? Then when you least expect them to beat the dog shit out of you, bah, the fuck, bitch. Like an abusive relationship. Motherfucker was narcissistical, right? So we were kicking it in his office one time, and I rarely kicked it in there. It just felt weird, right? I respect rank, I respect authority, or I used to. I used to. Nah, I still do. So the the new channel name, Hector the Mexican Prison Guard. Hector the Mexican. What's up, Leslie? I'm not even reading these comments just to let you know. So, we're in there chopping it up in his office, right? And he tells me, "Hey, you need to promote to warden. You need to be a warden one day. You need to be a warden one day." And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Nah, I'm cool." Right? I like being a lieutenant. I like shopping on Amazon. I like drinking coffee, period. Right? Your boy wasn't trying to change the world, right? Trust me. It's like, yeah, you need to be a warden one day. And do you know why? And I'm like, "Nah, sir, why?" He's like, "Because there needs to be more brown and black at the top." And I swear to God, man, that fucking caught me off guard, because I told you I don't dabble in that type of shit. I don't dabble in it. I don't play in it. I don't joke. I don't go to work looking at the color of the skin of my partner. That would be fucking far out, right? Or where they came from, or their gender, right? I've worked with a lot of solid female cops, supervisors, competent, solid. I mean, you're fighting inmates. They're right there fighting, getting lumped up right next to you. And that caught me off guard, right? And this is the first time you're hearing that. So maybe there's a lesson to be learned from there in itself, right? Like, are we... And this is I know how sensitive this subject is. I'm not a fucking idiot, right? But I'm just telling you my perspective from a department that I proudly worked for. You know, and I still carry that pride. Especially lately, I'm like, you know what? That was a good run. That was a good run, Hector. Got your ass handed to you left and right. Te marearon, right? Te metieron una putiza. But yeah. So, again, I've covered that. I'm not going to dive into that. You can look at that article. Final thoughts, right? I actually have a podcast interview coming up right now. I don't know if we're doing it live or he's going to pre-record it. And I'll be posting the links and shit when it comes out. But any final thoughts, right? Like, this large organization and very complex. Sometimes we lose sight to pause and see how much we've accomplished. That's facts. Those are facts. It's a large organization. It's the third law enforcement agency in the United States, right? And I took pride in that. I took pride being the third largest law enforcement. I took pride in it being the most violent prison system. It's like, oh, okay, like, hey, man, that's cool. Like, I did this, right? We're doing this. We take pride in being able to quell that violence fast, professionally. Like, other states send their officers over to our state to get trained on how to quell violence. Think about that. That's like, I want to say that's cool or crazy, but that's something to be said, man. Violence isn't pretty at all, right? To be able to control the chaos while maintaining professionalism, kudos to the ones still doing it. Very fucking complex department. You have different inmates with different needs, right? And I'm not an idiot. There was a federal oversight when the feds took over and said, hey, you guys are not giving them the proper medical care. We're going to oversee you guys. We're going to fucking ensure you're doing A through Z, right? And if you don't, we're going to ding you. Hey, that was what it was. That is what it is. Yeah, we fucked up, or according to the feds, we fucked up. Now this isn't, even with the body-worn cameras, man, there was allegations. There was unnecessary or excessive use of force. The federal judge mandated RJD Donovan, again, making history. Thank you. Man. Oh, I'm getting chest pains. But, you guys almost see me have you guys almost, Hector didn't want his nose to be browner. Hector had integrity. That's why you wouldn't be able to become a warden. That's for your insight and perspective on facts to open eyes of some. Facts. So, before I almost had a heart attack on the screen right now. Almost had a heart attack. I fucking forgot what I was saying. The blood rushed to my head, right? I was saying the body-worn cameras. You have inmates alleging that we're beating the dog shit out of them up and down the tiers and everywhere around. We get body-worn cameras. Cool. Okay. Let's get them. I like them for training purposes, right? And evidence preservation. But when you have people like Marcus Pollard and the number 2, that person needs to retire soon. Looking forward to seeing her retirement page right here. Spying like some kind of sick pervert, voyeurism into the officers in their lunch break area. Yeah, they don't get lunch breaks, I know, but downtime, talking about who they're hooking up with, talking about which manager is a piece of shit, and then booking them on cussing and all that. That was wrong. That to this day is wrong. The judge didn't say, hey, we're giving you body-worn cameras to spy on your correctional officers and ensure they're not talking shit about administration, right? Or none of that bullshit. These motherfuckers got off on it. It was disgusting, right? So again, yeah, it's a large organization. It's very complex, but you don't have to make it that much fucking harder. Hello? Come on, man. Somebody gives you there's a fire, they give you a fire extinguisher. You don't go get a can of gasoline and throw it on the fucking fire and disregard the fire extinguisher. Come on. This is common sense now. Basic common sense. All right. I'm going to fucking wrap this rant up, but I am going to look at your, I'm a wife of an inmate. What up, Crystal? It's all good. We're riding together over here for one common goal: to fix the California Department of Corrections. Period. But, wow, man. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts? What? Man, I'm exhausted now. So unfortunate, right? Oh, this is me reading my comments. Don't trip. When I'm in the middle of this, I don't know how to fucking. When I'm in the middle of this, I don't know how to. Let me see. Did I do it? I think I did it. Shit's so delayed. They drew blood first. Yeah, I had to walk away from the career. That sucks, man. Whatever. I ain't tripping. You need dual monitors. Bro, I got like 3 monitors up in here. There we go. Revenol out. Later. So yeah, man, there it is there. Fuck, I went off on a tangent from fucking hell. Uh, 74 people on here. You guys can, let me see if this other person hit me up on this podcast, man. You guys are seeing some behind the scenes shit now. So. Just sent the Zoom link. We'll see you here at 4:45. Oh, man. Hey, go over to my Instagram, Hector __ Bravo. Got those numbers going over there too. About to go do this podcast. Let me tell you guys where it's at. It's going to be una chica y un chico, right? Keep pushing forward. Love all you guys. Hey, let's chalk this up as a W in our book, right? Let's chalk this up as a win, man. If you got these people retiring, so be it. Retire. Just don't backfill those spots with unethical people, right? Clean house. Let's get some ethical people up at the top, man, where we all work together to accomplish a common goal. Common sense, right? Thank you, Righteous Monkey. Good seeing you this early in the morning too on that coffee and badass podcast, man. Early bird gets the worm, bro. We're grinding, we're killing it. Everybody set your fucking goals, crush them, and keep pushing forward. Peace.